I intentionally recorded this video talking faster than usual. Watch it more than once and you'll discover many phrasal verbs, idioms and interesting words. Your task? Write in the comments all you can find. Hello awesome people! Today I've got a top 5 list of mistakes you should totally avoid at all costs. And guess what? I made these mistakes too, and they made my English journey way harder than needed. So basically, I'm here to save you about 3 years of English struggle. So stick around as I spill the beans on these mistakes and learn how to avoid them. Let's roll! Alright, let's dive into the first one. Let's see if you can understand what mistake I'm talking about. Do you like the movie, mate? Uh-huh. I love that Robin character. That was so funny, hey? Yes. But the rest of the flick was total garbage, dude. I'm never gonna sit through another movie like that. No way. Nah. Have you ever been there? Never say yes when you don't understand. Saying yes shifts your focus to pretending you get it, but in reality you don't. This way, my friend, you miss out on countless opportunities to learn new words or just interact with a native speaker. Ultimately, when you don't understand, just ask. Ask and you shall receive, right? But here is the second mistake I don't want you to make. Do you like the movie, mate? Sorry, can you repeat please? Never go for the classic "can you repeat please?" But why, you may ask? Every teacher says it's cool, true? And they probably also told you to ask them to speak slowly, right? Speak slowly please. Well, my friend, avoid these questions because they trigger only one reaction. Oh, poor thing, can't keep up. Alright, let me slow it down for you. Did you like the movie? Every time they slow down and speak at your level, your confidence goes entirely off the window. It's called the halo effect, and it's the tendency to judge someone based solely on the first impression. So if that first impression was good, that means you're golden for future interactions. But if it was awkward, then you're stuck in the beginner zone, like forever, no matter how much you improve your English. Plus, you might unintentionally slow down your progress just to match their low expectations. I mean, can you get that? If you understand how destroying these questions are, but push the like button. Now, avoiding these mistakes is a piece of cake. If you understood part of the phrase, try with "what do you mean by?" followed by what you didn't understand. For example, this is something you want to dodge. What do you mean by dodge? Or you could just directly ask, what's the meaning of dodge? When you ask, it shows that you're interested in improving. Call that a win-win. Now let's jump into another common mistake. Thinking that learning English must be serious or boring. If you learn English by doing boring things, you'll end up using it for doing equally boring stuff. We're all learning machines. Who says only kids learn better when they're having fun? Even when you're cooking something, for example, you're still learning to mix different tastes and get great food. You see, English is the same. It's a playground. You decide whether to have fun with it or to make it boring. It's totally your call. No need for boring books. Watch a movie instead.
I'm the assistant your publishers hired.
The publishers think I have writer's block.
Do you have writer's block?
I don't know how to kill Harold Crick.
Or catch a stand-up comedy show.
How's it going? No, I totally thought the doors were gonna close. That's why I ran.
So if you're feeling like your progress is slowing down, a bit of fresh air might be just what you're looking for. Yeah, that's it. That's the fresh air I'm talking about. The next mistake is using the wrong words. And I let the great life coach Tony Robbins explain this one.
Our words shape the way we think and how we feel, And how we feel determines what we do, and what we do determines whether you get results or not.
Our words shape the way we feel. On a scale from 1 to 10, how pumped are you by the word study?
Study.
Words like study bring up mental images of school, students, exams. If you feel like a student, you will always act like a student, insecure and ready to be judged. And after teaching English to hundreds of people, let me tell you that that's exactly how most of them were feeling. Instead of study, say practice. Or better yet, say training. It comes from the gym language, and it brings in all the winning elements like motivation, pushing limits, and all the necessary vibes to win this language game. Sorry, I can't come today because I have to train my English. Of course I passed the exam. I trained for it. Oh, hold on, I want to train a little longer on this topic because I couldn't understand it. This new approach will completely transform the way you see this language. You're welcome. Now, the last mistake is deadly. And I hope you're not making it, because when you make this mistake, your progress stops completely. Waiting for perfection. Don't fall into that trap. Perfection isn't real. Because speaking, my friend, is just a habit. And you don't need to know the whole vocabulary to do that. I mess up all the time. Grammar mistakes, vocabulary mistakes, pronunciation mistakes. But guess what? Even native speakers make mistakes in their own language. And I bet you make mistakes when you're speaking your own language, right? Embrace the mistakes and learn from them. Wow, that was intense. Now you know the 5 deadliest mistakes to avoid when learning English. If you feel inspired to dive deeper into this language, check out the 5 unexpected methods to improve your fluency faster. And the number 5 will surely catch your attention. I'll see you in there. Cheers. Speaking of mistakes, I had to re-record this one because I forgot to turn this little guy on. Yeah, that's right. Now I learned from it.